with his commitment to revolutionary cause undeniable. Comrade excavator driver has teleported the vehicle to the other side of the river, using the power of socialism to operate the machine at an angle previously thought impossible. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic, with the biomes and early start DLCs enabled. We are more or less continuing from where we last left off, with the construction of the oil field now in our scope. We have established a dirt road down the hill from the location of our initial city to the river, and Comrade Excavator Driver has finished the groundwork for the bridge we will be using to cross the river into the oil field. The bridge itself will be the most resource-efficient model of wooden construction. No expensive steel or vast amounts of bricks will be needed. Merely the humble and affordable wood is enough. The low cost of construction resources comes with a drawback, however, as the wooden bridge is the most limited on the maximum speed vehicles can traverse over it. However, as the maximum speed on the wooden bridge is 30 kilometers per hour, and the structural maximum speed of our Russo ball trucks is also 30 kilometers per hour, we conveniently suffer no actual drawbacks of this bridge type, while having all of its benefits. When it comes to the oil field, our glorious Central Design Bureau has laid down the plans for it. The short-term plan and the long-term plan. They are not mutually exclusive, but complementary. The short-term plan is to have road and bridge connected to the oil field, have one oil pump constructed and operational, and have our fuel truck load the crude oil from the oil pump and export at the customs house to a friendly neighboring socialist republic. This short term is be the baby steps of establishing our oil exporting infrastructure. It will also have the benefit of bringing our oil-carrying Russo ball truck also to 100% utilization, while it so far has only been used to carry fuel to our refueling station whenever that has been needed. The oil-carrying Russo ball truck will undoubtedly be exposed to much strain and wear and tear, as it has to negotiate dusty roads, steep hills in the desert heat, all the while being under maximum load, and burning quite some amount of fuel, while traveling the long distance between the oil pump and the customs house. But the amount of oil it will be carrying each trip will more than make up for the fuel the truck consumes, and wear and tear it will accumulate. And what you are now looking at is our long-term plan for our oil field. In total, it shall have 4 oil pumps, each producing equal amount of oil with 75% quality of source obtained from precisely laying them on ground of equal height. These oil pumps will then eventually pump their crude oil into a giant oil silo, which will then be connected to oil loading station for locomotive hauling oil tank cars. For this, a railroad network shall also be constructed all the way to the customs house. This will definitely be a long and laborious undertaking, and we all well aware of it at the Central Design Bureau. However, we are confident that the vastness of the task will not daunt the willingness of our socialist citizens to work hard and tirelessly to bring our plans into reality. Here is a visual demonstration of the unfortunate situation we currently are having with our concrete carrying truck. As its top speed is limited to 17 kilometers per hour, it will always be the slowest vehicle at our disposal. And whenever it is using the same roads with our faster vehicles, the faster vehicles will inevitably have to lower their speed to 17 kilometers per hour as well once they catch up with it, which causes a loss in overall efficiency of every vehicle. However, once the bridge to the oil field has been completed, groundworks on the oil field infrastructure can begin. And as per previously planned method of division of concrete resource delivery to the oil field, and the rest keeping on with their deliveries to the city, we will eventually be able to resume the other trucks back to their maximum speed. as our long-term plan for the oil field is to have a railroad infrastructure as a part of it. We will also need a railroad construction and operating infrastructure, including railroad construction office, coal and boiler water refilling station, parking hall for locomotives and cars, not forgetting a repair and maintenance workshop for the locomotives, and the necessary power, water, waste management, and worker transportation infrastructure for all of these. Our Central Design Bureau has been working tirelessly in order to plan a perfect layout for our unique situation, and is now ready to commence laying down the incredibly effective setup they have planned in order to further increase for our shared socialist prosperity. As always, Comrade Bulldozer Driver, tireless and inexhaustible free worker of our great socialist republic, starts by leveling the area where the railroad infrastructure construction will take place. So the socialist principle of equality applies even to buildings in our glorious republic. You are now witnessing the grand completion of the Central Railroad Infrastructure Foundation planning. Our Socialist Central Design Bureau has been able to design a centralized and efficient location, which will no doubt serve all the needs that may rise when operating a cargo railroad network for our republic now and in the future. Certain individuals did raise concerns of the difference in elevation between the Railroad Infrastructure Center and the design location, where the railroad will meet the riverbank, and how this would cause a gradient level too high for the railroad, which would make the fully loaded locomotive unable to climb up the gradient. These individuals were politely but firmly reminded that Socialist Central Design Bureau is unable to make mistakes. With solid plans now in place for our initial city, oil field, and railroad center, we can confidently proceed with these carefully laid out plans and turn them into reality, into a small but functional and equal socialist republic of free workers. The time has come to turn the plans into a reality, and in our next undertaking, we will be spending a lot less time planning and a lot more time building. Until that time, my friends,